Over 20 years ago, Alex Jones created the media platform called InfoWars, and in the decades since, it's grown into a truly remarkable institution with over 200 radio affiliates, tens of millions of unique website visitors monthly, and a 24/7 live news TV channel broadcasting from state-of-the-art studios in Austin, Texas. InfoWars has become the most trusted independent news source in the country, dedicated to delivering breaking news, live coverage of special events, and exclusive reports you won't find anywhere else. While the old guard media struggles to maintain supremacy in a landscape rocked by innovation and technology, InfoWars has been at the forefront of the information revolution. From 8 million radio listeners, over 2 million YouTube subscribers, or the billions of views of our online content, InfoWars proves dominant in every facet of media we enter. For the hardest-hitting reports, uncompromising analysis, for high-profile interviews and bombshell revelations, accept no substitutes. Demand truth. Demand InfoWars. InfoWars. Tomorrow's news today.
Well, I was here at the office at 5:05, and I thought, I got to go live. Google says all Republicans are Nazis. That's right. That's a mainstream news article breaking that down. We have our own article at Infowars.com that goes over it. Google has come out and listed GOP candidates in California as their political affiliation and the ideology being Nazi. Let's click on that link so we can show TV viewers. Google listed Nazism as the ideology of the California Republican Party up front. So, it's like Trump saying, we're going to let sick people of any color or creed, or all human beings, have medical tests and medical treatments that aren't approved yet because they're already dying. We're going to have assisted suicide and kill you. Well, we have a right to fight. We have a right to try, is what that act's actually called. And so that's so illustrative of what's happening. 3 decades we tried to pass a law to let people that are terminally ill take a treatment that may help them live longer, may help them be cured, may kill them. But it's their right. They're terminal. They're stage 4 cancer. They're ALS. They're Lou Gehrig's. They got tubes down their throats. They're dying, and they're like, hey, do I get assisted suicide or I try to live? Well, we've got this treatment, and even if it ends up killing you, you're going to die anyways, and it's going to help others, get cures later. This is real human testing where you opt in, like the Seventh-day Adventists did during World War II secretly for radiation testing and other stuff. These were men, the Seventh-day Adventists. It wasn't secret testing in that they didn't know. It was secret testing and the public didn't know, but they opted in as heroes to have things tested on them. And then you see the Democrats demonizing that and all over the news attacking Trump. Oh, he's going to hurt people. These are terminally ill people. This is incredible that they try this crap. But that said, Candace Owens, again, InfoWars host, been here in studio with us, a great lady working with Turning Point USA. She was at Stanford University, where they've banned Halloween. They've banned any type of costume parties because it may hurt somebody's feelings. And it's the black students and it's the Hispanic students and others that are really bucking it because white students are afraid. They've been told they're the devil. They've been told they're the bad guys. They've been told they're evil. They've been told that they're the devil. So it's now the black students and the Hispanic students and others that are coming out in this viral video that's on Infowars.com and that are saying, hey, all I hear about is how I'm bad if I'm a man and I'm bad if I'm pro-family. I'm a black person. That's a side issue, what color my skin is. I'm a human and I want freedom. And so it's a very powerful article on Infowars.com by Kellen McBreen. Black Stanford student goes viral. I'm off the plantation. And Candace Owens lays it out. She says, they want to teach us about all these new sexes and all these new things that aren't human so that we feel like that we can't be who we are, but they don't want black men in the family. That's the number one goal of Margaret Sanger and all this. And tomorrow at the main abortuary, the main abortion center, where tens of thousands of children die each year, funded by George Soros and the rest of it, here in Austin, Texas, on 290, right by I-35. We're going to have Owen Schroyer at 11 a.m. when we kick off live out there demonstrating and exposing that the real extermination of black people, you name it, is happening in these facilities in the history of Margaret Sanger. So tomorrow, Planned Parenthood protest in Austin, Texas begins at 11 a.m. Be there, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be powerful. We'll be covering it tomorrow at 11 a.m. And the communists come out, the literal devil worshippers come out and say, "Hail Satan, we want to kill babies. We love killing babies." You will see them arrive. They always show up to protect that human sacrifice center. Even some of the people brainwashed that work there don't know what they're doing, but the Satanists show up. So this is tomorrow at 11 a.m. You don't want to miss it. They say, "Hail Satan, I kill babies. We're going to kill you. We're coming after you." You've seen our other live events. I mean, if there's ever a question between good and evil, this will illustrate it for you tomorrow. When I kick off the live broadcast, 11 a.m., Owen Schroyer will be out there, and you will witness these ghouls arriving for yourself and attacking, you name it. So Owen's got a lot of courage. Please be sure and join him out there tomorrow. We have a yearly tradition that I go out or one of the other crew goes out. Last year was my turn. This is their turn this year. But here's the big viral video they don't want you to see. Black Stanford student goes viral. "I'm off the plantation, bro." Woke freshman slams BLM and liberals and lays it all out, and Candace Owens knocks it out of the park. Let's have this live video you're watching right now on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Let's have this get out to everybody. And when it's archived, have it go out and hand share it. That's how you get around the censors that are trying to block this information. So this is extremely powerful. It's on newswars.com. It's on infowars.com if you want to share the actual URL of where it's posted with some of our own commentary. But more importantly, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, they're censoring more and more. It's so precious when you decide to take action and email this or text it. Text the link to friends and family on your phone, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your neighbor, your friend, your husband, your wife. That breaks the will of the big tech companies that are pushing race war. It's in their own WikiLeaks to divide us when all we want is free market and good medicine and Americana and supporting our military. And, the police aren't perfect. We want to keep them, constitutional. But to say the cops are all our enemies and then randomly fund groups that go out and kill them and shoot them in the back of the head when they're changing a tire or pumping gas or writing a ticket and, try to have the UN take over the police in strong cities. The globalists went too far. America and the world woke up, and now it's happening. So here's this report. We'll be back after we air this live and get into some other key issues because Google is saying all conservatives, all Christians are Nazis. That just jumped the shark, didn't it? It's George Soros that was a real Nazi collaborator. It's Margaret Sanger and Planned Parenthood that Hitler based his system on. So let's just be honest. But see, that's why they want to shut down. That's why they misrepresent us, is because they can't deal with the facts we're laying out here. So we're the Americans. We're the free market folks. We're the people that if you're not a Christian, that's fine. I'm a Christian. Christians are under attack. We're promoting that idea of whether it's a white baby or a brown baby or a black baby or a yellow baby, let's not kill that baby. But let's also not fill that baby full of leftist ideology. If it survives, the Democrats plan to kill it. The Democrats, if you aren't white, they want to kill you. If you survive, they want to turn you against whites for total domination. Figure that out. Here's Candace Owens and this amazing young man laying it all out. That's a video you need to share. Here it is.
My name is Ebby. I'm a freshman. Thank you guys for coming. Ideas, free exchange of ideas. Ideas matter. You've been talking a lot about the disintegration of the black family and how the lack of family structure in the black community has plagued us in a lot of our problems. Recently, I've been trying to, I don't really have an opinion on this yet. I've been trying to look into Black Lives Matter and discover what the movement's really about. I used to support it, but then recently I've been doing research. I'm learning that their movement is funded by George Soros.
$33 million.
Yeah, he was a white liberal who's not really our friend. And then also I looked on the Black Lives Matter website and I saw that instead of saying history, it says her story. They literally changed the word. They mention gay people, they mention women, they mention non-binary. They say nothing about straight black men and nothing about straight black fathers in the household. So it's like, I'm trying to figure this out because it's like this is the thing I've noticed here even in Stanford. It's like people, could get mad at me for saying this, but my thought is like, there's not a lot of straight black males here. There's not a lot of straight African American males here. A lot of them, I'm cool with gay people. I'm cool, I'm not homophobic. I'm cool with gay people, but the thing is, I've been researching this, and there's thoughts about population control, and like how with gay black men, you have less straight black fathers, you don't have role models, so then we look to rappers and NBA players. So it's like, I'm cool with gay black people. My best friend is a gay black dude, bro. Like, I'm not homophobic, but I'm just saying, I've been researching Black Lives Matter, and I've been understanding the politics and how they're funded by white liberals. And recently, I've been feeling like they're white liberals in blackface, because they're white liberals in blackface. And when I say that, is because the white liberals is all about feminism, LGBT. White liberals don't really care about black people. I realize white liberals don't really care about you, bro. I'm off the plantation, bro. I escaped the plantation, bro. I'm empowered. They don't want me to have power. They want to keep me dependent. But I'm realizing this. They put white liberal ideas, LGBT, women, non-binary, white feminism, all that Hillary Clinton stuff, put it in blackface. Because if we say it, it's going to be too crazy. But in Black Lives Matter, it started by three lesbian women. It's not really supporting black families. My question is, what do you think that has to say about the movement that they don't mention anything about black fathers on the website? Nothing about black fathers.
Right. Plantation.
So when he said in the beginning of the relationship, he said, originally I liked Black Lives Matter, me too. But I get opposed to that. Black Lives Matter, right? Of course they matter. So you have to understand on the left. They are incredibly good when it comes to linguistics. They use euphemisms, right? Planned parenthood. Of course I want parenthood to be planned. Oh, by the way, we're actually telling you that So this is what they do. They manipulate you by using a term that no person in their right mind would be against, right? Who would be against Planned Parenthood? Who would be against Black Lives Matter? The truth is, when you do a deep dive and you start looking at the finances, you're exactly right. People that are in control, Black Lives Matter is a political arm of the Democratic Party, call them what they are. Yeah. And their idea is to keep black people, as you just mentioned, enslaved and dependent via their emotion and their anger, right? So what I would say to you first off is to encourage you to keep going and keep doing the deep dive. That's how it started for me, right? It was one thing that didn't make sense. It was this constant narrative being shoved down my throat. When I deep dived on these organizations, looked at who was funding them, it never really lined up to the things that would make the black community better. You mentioned that that you realize that they don't promote straight black men, right? They never talk about the things that matter, black fathers in the home. That's because they don't want black fathers in the home.
That's right.
And can somebody enter with USA and get his stuff so we can hire him?
Fantastic.
Please clap.
Because you'd be.
All right, so very fake news did a great job covering that Candace Owens event with Turning Point USA as they travel around the country. And the Revolutionary Act doesn't mean you agree with the Republicans about everything, or the Democrats, or the Libertarians, or the Communists, or the Socialists, or the Christians, or the whatever. It means you're allowed to say what you want. And they're telling you mother and father is bad. Halloween parties are bad. Costume parties are bad. Whites are inherently evil. When it's white people that helped end slavery worldwide first. The Muslims are still running slavery in 6 countries. And I'm not attacking Muslims, but that's a fact. People don't know this. So there's another big CNN article out today saying Trump hopes to defy blue wave and the fact that since the Civil War, every Republican president who's elected loses the House and or the Senate or both. They always lose one, a lot of times two, in the first midterm. Well, we're going to be 2 years out on November 8th this year, just coming up in like 4 months, 3 months, hard to believe it. we're going to be just a few months out from this. And we're going to see what ends up happening. But we are looking at the 2018 midterms in November, 4 or 5 months out, and they're saying unprecedented. Trump aims to defy midterm campaign history. And that's because we have a major political realignment. We've only had 3 political realignments since this country started. July 4th, 1776 was the first political realignment. They had another one in the Civil War, and they could argue with Teddy Roosevelt. They had one to a certain extent, or they argue maybe it was his cousin Franklin Delano. But the point is, there have been 3 political realignments. You could also argue that the realignment was the South going Republican instead of Democrat for the first time. The point is, there have been 3 political realignments. This one is undoubtedly a mega political realignment. And you see the economy coming back. You see Trump getting, where the Democrats say, hey, have assisted suicide. Let people get taxpayer-funded killed. But if you're dying of terminal illness, you shouldn't be able to get a treatment that isn't approved. That's crazy. They're trying to block progress. That's what globalism is against this country. We have the Dems attacking Trump on signing right to try new treatment bill. You've got, I'm going to do this tomorrow. And this is so big that I almost said it today, and I already knew this myself, but I have White House sources, State Department sources, Pentagon sources. I'm going to reveal, because they keep saying I'm the mastermind or Roger Stone's the mastermind. And as much as that's cute and everything, that's not the case. I kind of rebooted Americana in 1776 and free market with our listeners. Our listeners kind of were a big part of this. But tomorrow, during the broadcast, I don't know which space I have where I have a time to do it. We have a bunch of guests, but Dinesh D'Souza is joining us and Katie Hopkins is joining us. He just got the presidential pardon. But I'm going to lay out who the real masterminds are of what you're seeing right now tomorrow. But that said, you're seeing people get back to what makes sense. And realizing the Democrats, with all their race warfare and all their culture warfare, are desperate trying to keep control of people. And they really are cold-blooded. And it's in all the government documents. It's in the WikiLeaks. It's everywhere. That they want civil war in America. I mean, my God, I've been critical of police when they're corrupt. Everybody knows that. There's some bad cops and they shouldn't be protected. Because that hurts the good cops when you protect bad cops. But there have been cases where you all saw when Black Lives Matter was demonizing the cops, is still happening, and a cop got shot in the back of the head pumping gas, or a cop got shot in the back responding to a shooting. And the media said, well, cops are bad. CNN said this. You wouldn't have cops getting randomly killed if cops weren't bad. Well, if I do something wrong, somebody 1,000 miles away isn't to blame. That is so Nazi. That's so communist. That's so authoritarian. In the Nazi and communist systems, fascist and communist systems, if your neighbor 3 doors down didn't report you for something you were doing, you'd get executed. They'd get put in a forced labor camp. But your neighbor didn't even know. So this guilt that you're white, so there were white slave owners, so now you are a bad person, that is so fundamentally authoritarian. And that's what we're facing and dealing with. So my son, on his own volition, Rex Jones, wanted to come in this morning. He's out of school, 15 years old, about to get his driver's license. Worried about that. But what parent doesn't? And he wanted to come and do a report. I haven't even seen the report yet. I'm told he did it, so we're going to put it in here. Dealing with the giant blue wave and what's happening. But just don't forget that it's up to you to share this video. It's up to you to take action, no matter what color you are. If you want free market, if you want freedom, if you want a future, if you want the right to self-defense and religious freedom, and you don't want the socialists and the globalists and George Soros allied with radical Islam force-feeding us all this, then it's up to you, and only you. It's your choice to share this video as soon as it goes from being live to archived on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. But always remember, there's Infowars.com, and there's Newswars.com, and PrisonPlanet.com. People ask, why do you have all these websites? Because the censor du jour Like you walk into a restaurant, they're like, we got fish on special, or we got chicken fried steak, or we got vegetable plate, whatever. They censor different sites I have all the time. We're going to create more, actually, to get around it. Right now, newswars.com, you can tweet, they won't block it. It goes viral. prisonplanet.com, same thing. Paul Watson's account, my account, Real Alex Jones, they censor it. So this is a real war, folks, for the future. And if you become participants, we win. So I'm going to end this live transmission. I want to thank you all for your support with my son here breaking this down. Don't forget InfoWarsStore.com if you want to get great products that are amazing and game-changing that you really need to check out and support the InfoWar. Free shipping on all our best-selling items. Brain Force is a nootropic. Other brands are similar. They're $60, $70. Ours is normally $30-something. It's $19.95 right now. We got DNA Force with the PQQ, the CoQ10, highest levels. It's amazing. That's 50% off. Super Male Vitality X2, Alpha Power, the Real Red Pill Plus. It's all there. Check it out. 50% off and free shipping. InfoWarsStore.com, InfoWarsLife.com, or 888-253-3139. But regardless, we're not backing down in history. We're not countering to the Jeff Bezoses that are tax exempt, that diplomatic immunity. They're trying to cause a race war in America. We're not backing down to Hillary. And Hillary says, I'm the dark card. I'm the enemy. I'm the reason they lost. I don't believe that. She just sees that spirit of resistance is why she lost. It's not me. It's just that I'm that type. So she thinks if she can crush that, she wins. I believe in you supporting us and spreading the word in the face of all they're doing will win. But regardless, you can't be stopped from taking action. You're a small target, but you're a big target. You are the wind in the sails of the resistance and the victory. So if you take action, and if you spread the word, if you ask God for guidance, you are unstoppable. This is history happening. We see the country coming back from the dead, the economy coming back from the dead. We see everything happening, but it's up to you to realize how powerful you are and not a spectator. So here's my son's report on this, on the blue wave turning red and the globalist in pure panic mode. Please spread this link.
The video you just watched was President Trump signing in Bill H.R. 878, or the Right to Try Act. This lets the terminally ill try experimental medications that they may not have had access to before. This is a huge milestone for our country and for President Trump. You see, ladies and gentlemen, the same liberals that are cursing President Trump for daring to let the terminally ill have a fighting chance to save their lives are the same people that want to pump experimental puberty blockers into 3-year-olds. The Right to Try bill is truly a monumental achievement. By allowing terminally ill cancer patients to undergo experimental therapy for their conditions, Trump may possibly save millions of future lives. This is truly a monumental achievement.
Thanks to you, the countless American lives will ultimately be saved. We will be saving, I don't even want to say thousands, because I think it's going to be much more. Thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands. We're going to be saving tremendous numbers of lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year marks a defining moment in our American history. To this date, no American Republican president has ever won re-election and maintained Republican control over the House and Senate. This year, that is going to change. And if we keep going in this direction, who knows what we might achieve next? We've got to re-elect Trump, people, and we've got to keep a Republican majority in the Congress. It is so important. And if we do so, and I believe we will, it will be a historic moment for us, for America, and for the rest of the world. Because if we keep heading in this direction, there's no telling what we can achieve. I'm Rex Jones from Infowars.com.
Every morning before I start writing or shooting a video, I take 2 capsules of Brain Force for a sustainable burst of energy. This is, without question, the most powerful nootropic I've ever taken, and it comes without any of the crashes or the jitters associated with energy drinks. It's additive-free, nothing artificial. It's Brain Force Plus. Read thousands of 5-star independent reviews right now and get your Brain Force Plus at InfoWarsLife.com.